So I thought I'd try my hand at taking on this little Chaos Rebellion. I don't really have anything to lose, because I'm going to lose the place anyway, so I might just try and attack them, see what happens. The odds are not in my favour at all, but you never know your luck. Chaos Trolls and Chaos Warriors are very difficult to deal with though, at least with my army. A close defeat, didn't work, but of course, no worries. We may go back and try again, because they're fairly depleted now. If I could just keep beating them down, maybe they won't be able to beat my garrison. My garrison's fairly depleted though.
The tribe's ready.
We're about to descend on Karak Azul, put an end to one of their last standing armies. Oh, my Warriors attacked. I forgot they were going after Crooked Fang Fort. This is very much in our favour. We very much outnumber them. I'd ideally like to minimise the damage though, so that I have plenty of troops to keep pushing on their other places and keep taking them without having to stop to replenish. Although it seems about half their army is missile units, which is not good for me. As you may have seen in this campaign already, I do not take kindly to Dwarven missiles. They can be the bane of my poor Orc and Goblin fellows. We'll fight this one though. Should be cool. I'm going to have to try and get as much cavalry as I have into all their skirmishers, I think. And try to disrupt them as much as possible. So the War is deployed in the deployment zone. And the enemy is coming up behind them. And I seem to be coming up behind this enemy. So it's all a bit of a weird one. There's kind of a weird sandwich going on here. The main armies are in the middle, and then the reinforcing armies are coming up behind each enemy army. That makes no sense. But you get the idea. So if I can rush to try and crush their main army before the reinforcements arrive, I think we'll be much better off. I think the War is... yeah, the War's going towards that army as well. So if we can just double team them, get them gone nice and quick, and then we can go and deal with the rest. Just rush them over there for now. Just going to look to try and completely envelop them. They've got a gyrocopter by the looks of it. That shouldn't be too much of a threat. I think this one will be over pretty quickly. And we do have some arrows, so we can shoot it down. Because there's not really much point shooting at the infantry, because they're so well armoured that my crappy little arrows are just going to ping off them and not really do much damage. Well, they will do damage, but it'll take a long time, and they'll probably get shot up by quarrelers before they really get a chance to do anything. Going to bring my cavalry round though, and my chariot. Their reinforcements seem to be a good way away, so they shouldn't really be an issue before we get a chance to destroy this main army. Coming over with their gyrocopters, trying to cause us some issues on the Wolf Riders. Nope, they're just flying. No, they are flying after the Wolf Riders. My wire is getting heavily missiled up. They've managed to make it though, so they're just disrupting. That's the key here. If we can just disrupt them all until we get into main melee combat with them, it'll be all good. Not really tried these Orc chariots too much. Orc ball chariot. See if we can do any damage to these boys. Get into those long beards, I reckon. Come on, lads, hurry up. Oh, they're all walking, no wonder. Run! Time is of the essence. There's a reinforcing army on the way. Got my Goblin Rock Thrower smashing off a few rocks. Not that it's great, but firing into crowds it's alright, because it doesn't really miss too often then. But it's not the most accurate of artilleries, I must say. Bring up the Black Orcs, they'll start chopping through people nice and quick. Chariot doing a bit of damage, got 13 kills. Gonna leave it in there for now just to keep some quarrelers from firing at me. I do actually have quite a bit of magic actually, so I should probably use some of this. Just use this one. Them, sure. Them. Keep my chariot alive for a bit. So I'm really useless with magic. I really have no time for it. I'd rather chop everyone up. Let's get my Orc boys as some kind of front. We can start to make a nice enveloping line sort of thing. Their reinforcements still not anywhere near the fight just yet. We're cutting through them. My war's just ploughing into them with everything they have. Let's try to organise some of these fools. I don't really have a ton of units that are great for dealing with dwarves. I probably should bring some more Black Orcs in all of these armies, because they're like my only armour-piercing troops. But I like to bring variety, that's my problem. I don't want to like spam build a bunch of Black Orc armies. I like to try everything out. Come up with some weird strategies and combos to make units effective. Or sometimes just plough them into everything like we're doing now really, but Either way, it's more fun than spam building in my opinion. So I think when you spam armies, like you build spam armies, you don't really have to think about matchups. All you have to do is move everything forward and it will do the work for you. Which is, I don't really get why people play like that. I mean, fair enough if you want to play like that, part of the game, but it's more effective to play that way, sure, but less fun, in my opinion. We're just going to pretty much overwhelm these dwarves with numbers more than anything else. There's not a lot we can do armor piercing wise. There's only the Black Orcs that are going to dish up some kills, I would imagine. Let's get these Wolf Riders up into them. That'll distract them, stop them firing. So my main aim here is just to stop all these Squirrels from firing as much as possible, while we just cut through them and move through them, because they're all moving away as they're routing. So we've got to be careful not to let them get comfortable and start raining down missiles upon my poorly armoured boys. So you can see there I had the Night Goblins mixed in with all these Black Orcs. Night Goblins have poison attacks, so those poison attacks will bring down the enemy's stats. Whoever they're fighting, it will bring down their stats. And this is great when you pair them up with tougher units that can actually deal a lot of damage, because Night Goblins don't really do a ton of damage. But Black Orcs behind them, Black Orcs can take advantage of the lower armour and the lower damage that the enemy's doing. And then they won't take too much damage themselves, the Black Orcs, and they can just cut through the enemy pretty quick. So that can be a nice little combo of two good units. So you can do that with even like Orc boys will do well or better. They'll do better, not necessarily well. They'll do better than they normally would, especially against dwarves. They're not going to do great against dwarves either way, but this gyrocopter's taking my missile fire now. Got them down to half health. Should have them gone soon. My chariot's come back. It's looking good. Everything's starting to rout now. That reinforcing army, I don't even know if it came over. Didn't seem to make much of an impact. White flags all around. And victory, of course. So, one of Karak Azul's largest remaining armies, if not their only remaining large army, has been defeated. We've taken a lot of those units down. They didn't get too many kills either. As I'd hoped, we took minimal casualties. Only the Wolf Riders really took a beating. But that's all good. A decisive victory there. So, Crooked Fang Fort should now be under our control. We got a nice bit of loot. Shall we munch them down and replenish, or get the leadership? I think we'll go for the replenish, just to get those Wolf Riders back up, just to get everyone ready. Because we're not going to have any battles that we're going to need extra leadership, I don't think, at this point. We've pretty much got them defeated, let's be honest. Karak Azul are wearing thin. See if anything else goes down on this turn. The Top Knots are still around. I'm wondering what they're going to do when Karak Azul goes down. Maybe they'll turn on me and I'll have to put them down. I think I have to put them down anyway, actually, for the victory objective. So I might have to do that. But maybe I can make more use of them first. I think that's my mistake in this campaign, is I took out all the Greenskin tribes too early and I had no one to help me deal with the dwarves. So I've learned a lesson there. Karak Azul failed a mission, no problem. Mount Gunbad remains under siege, and I don't think there's a lot I can do about it. So Snide Manflayer is going to do a runner. Send him down the mountains, I think. I mean, I could have another crack at him, but it's probably not worth it. I should probably save Snide Manflayer. He's only level 5, so he's not exactly a big loss if he did die, but you can start building a defence down at Mount Squighorn here. I think as well I should build the defensive building so I can get some extra units in the garrison. I'll get rid of this growth thing because I don't need that anymore. I don't really have any growth apart from one building. I can prepare just in case that Chaos Army comes down here and starts to try and cause me some trouble. We can try and wipe them out before they do any significant damage, hopefully. Building a boss tent here. So I'm getting all these boss tents to try and help reduce the chaos corruption because it's getting pretty bad now. It's about 20% in most places. The more chaos we defeat though, the more of it we can get rid of. Now let's look to start moving our other armies around to take all these other dwarven places. The more of these we can take, the more money we can take off them. So they're not going to have a lot of money. It looks like Top Knots might go and do Death Gorging. That would be helpful if they raise that. We'll check there's no other armies around though, because you never know. It doesn't look like there is. Gonna send my wire off to one of them. We'll send them... Which one's going to be useful? Maybe we'll just send them to the furthest one for now. Misty Mountains. That'll do. All these places are in a province though, which I haven't touched yet. So the sooner I can disrupt that, the sooner I can disrupt their income, which is going to help me bring them down a little bit quicker, because they won't be able to build the units to defend against me. or enough units to defend against me. Got a pretty big garrison at some of these places though, so we'll do the bigger ones last, I think. Let's get rid of all the smaller places. You can do that place, good old Grimgor, and then Bladab can come down and get after Kradtomen. Yep, that should be fine. Those two places will be gone soon. Hopefully Death Gorge will be gone soon, and then it'll only be 3 more places to go. I've just been checking out the victory objectives for the long campaign. I've taken out most of the other Greenskin tribes. I've got a lot of dwarves to do though, if I want to... I've got to control all these places, which a lot of them are all over the map. So I'm not sure what we'll do about that. I guess we have to get vassals, or we'll have to try and travel around to take them all out, which is going to take forever. Oh, the Empire's been destroyed. Holy shit, that was one of my main objectives. Wow, the Empire's been destroyed already. That means that's one big thing that I don't have to do. What about the short? Wow, I could complete this campaign very soon, if I wanted to. If you people wanted me to. All I need to do is take out a few Greenskin tribes and raid a bit, and then I'm done, if I want to. I'll soon be done with the occupying bit, and then I just need to get rid of Archaon, and that'll pretty much be it. So, otherwise I have to do the long campaign, which is taking out all the dwarves. I'm not sure if I can get them all as vassals, because I'm quite powerful now. They might just go, oh, let me be your vassal, please don't kill me. In that voice, obviously. Yeah, let me know what you people would like. Would you want me to continue this campaign? I mean, we haven't done a lot. I feel like I've just been faffing around with the dwarves the whole time. I probably should have got rid of them about 50 turns ago, and then been out conquering the rest of the world, but let me know what you think, if you'd like to see a new campaign started, because I can only really do one campaign at a time, because I do a lot of videos and I don't have time, unfortunately, to do more than one campaign. I'd like to, but, you know, time is a factor at the moment, until this channel grows a bit. So let me know if you want a short or long campaign, and if so, what other faction would you like to see me do a campaign of? Let me know. Anyway, not a lot has gone down on this turn. I'm going to make a move towards Spike Peak. Oh no, I was going to do this place, wasn't I? Dringovat. However you fucking say it. Dringorakaz. Dringorakaz. Silly me. Well, that place is ours now. And I think I can get 7 grand if I loot and occupy. As I never loot and occupy, I'm going to loot and occupy. Everyone keeps telling me I need to be more orcish and raid and loot and be a bastard, basically. So we'll do that. And we'll see how it goes. If I get like really bad public order now, loads of rebellion, and I lose everything and I fail the campaign, I'm blaming you people. Also, in my next campaign, I'm going to start renaming everything, my generals and my towns and cities. And I want you people to rename them. Nothing ridiculous though, I don't want any stupid ass names. But you could perhaps include your own name in there somehow. Make your name sound like it fits in the faction that I'm playing, something like that. We'll see how that goes anyway. I'm going to build some bits and bobs. I've got loads of spaces now. That's going to help build our empire further. Let's get this one taking Kradtomen. That should be no real resistance there. Yep, we'll take that. Thank you very much. Just going to occupy this one, because too much public order penalties will probably bring us down. That'll do. Only a few places left now for these bastard dwarves. I'm about to make my move on Misty Mountain with Bladab Squigbeard, who's taken a bit of attrition from being in the mountains. I've only just noticed, but he should still be fine. They've got a bit of a garrison here. A fair bit. And we're only about 50-50 to win it, so I'm not going to auto-resolve it. I'm going to... Oh, I've got some banners to use. Might as well use them. Fear and Terror. That sounds damn useful. I think I'll give that to some Black Orcs, actually. One of them's got magic resistance. The other one can cause fear. That'd be nice. That'd be handy as well. Get rid of some units nice and quick. Then one called Strider, which does what? Gets rid of speed penalties and combat terrain penalties. That's pretty cool. Although I'm not really sure who that's going to be useful for in my army at the moment. Maybe the Wolf Riders, but that seems like a bit of a waste. Probably some Boar Boy Biggins would be better suited to use that one. We'll leave it for now. I think I might try and starve them out. It's only 6 turns before they start taking attrition, and no one's going to come and save them, so I think I'll just continue the siege and try to starve them out, or just give them so much attrition that they're basically useless when we do fight them. I'll keep them on there for now. I'll get them to support. Maybe I'll just rush it. I don't know. We'll see. Trying to minimise my casualties in case the chaos come down. We're about to take Spike Peak though, with no trouble whatsoever, of course, because there's a very small garrison. Occupy that, and it's one less place for Karak Azul. Public order isn't too bad, only -8. That should be fine. Gonna build some stuff here though. An extra boss tent and an extra money-making place. It probably has a better name than money-making place, but I'm going to go with money-making place for now. Galbaraz, still not great public order there. Got to keep an eye on that. It's on the up and up though. The top knots did indeed get rid of Death Gorge, thankfully. That's going to make our life easier. They did somehow, the dwarves managed to take back this place, Azgrul Mingal. I don't know how they took it, because they only seem to have the one army, which was over at Crooked Fang Fort. And unless they've got an army which I didn't know about, which they've moved over there, it's a little bit weird. I had another War spawn up as well, so I've got 2 of them now, which is pretty dangerous. You do have to be careful with Wars though, because I've heard that they can turn on you. I haven't had it happen to me, but I've heard they can turn on you, so I don't want them to suddenly turn on me and then start raising all my stuff or something. So that's why I'm kind of suicidal with them, and I just send them into like suicidal missions. Maybe that's not true at all, and I've just been wasting my Wars, but there you go. We'll see what happens with them. So we've got Karak Azul on the back foot now. They don't have a lot left at all. Just got to take these last couple of places. Karak Azgal and Misty Mountain. And then that will be the end of them. Finally. Oh dear, it's finally happened. The Chaos Rebels have come for Mount Gunbad. Ah, look at their army, it's quite formidable. They've got a lot of Chaos Warriors, Trolls, a bunch of Warhounds. That's not good. That's a shame, because Mount Gunbad was a good money maker. It had the gold thing, but hopefully we'll be able to go and take it back at some point. But for now, it has been razed. Oh dear. Sneaky gobbos. Right then, and with that, I think I better start preparing my defences up at Mount Squighorn in case that Chaos Army comes down and starts causing me some trouble. So I'm going to recruit a bunch of units for Snide Manflayer's army. So checking on the world map, it would appear that the Warriors of Chaos are not too far away from me. They're just above me in the vampire sort of territory. There's a vampire faction nearby, so once they're done with them, they may be coming my way. So I'm going to have to start to prepare. I'm going to start moving my armies up towards Blood River Valley and try to protect that, because it could get messy up there. And I don't have a lot up there to defend. I've got Barak Var, which is pretty well fortified, but Varenka Hills is pretty much doomed if I don't go and defend it. So going to have to work on that. Misty Mountain, we're still besieging that one. Still trying to starve them out. I think we are starving them out now actually. They should be taking attrition now. And then everywhere else is not too bad. The public order is okay, minus 12, Cradtomen. I've also started moving my spy up, my agent up, whatever you want to call him, to have a look at the Chaos Warriors and see what they're doing, see what their armies are like, see what's coming my way, so I could be a little bit more prepared and know what I'm dealing with. Grimgor over here, just settling down some public order. I don't think he needs to do that anymore though, minus 1, that's fine. We'll move on, we'll start moving him towards that sort of direction I think. We'll bounce him from settlement to settlement. Over down south, we've got the top knots on my War. They should be moving towards Azgrul Migdal, one of the final dwarven places, or Karak Azul places. They've got 3 places left. One of them's under siege. One of them I'm going to save till last, and I'm actually going to fight that battle because it's got the biggest garrison, so we'll give them a send-off like we did Barak Var. It won't be much of a send-off because we're going to destroy them, but, you know, we'll give them a chance to fight, at least. Nothing drastic seems to have gone down over this turn. Oh, my War has been destroyed. Maybe it has. Not sure which one that is. That must have been the one going for Azgrul, because the other one wasn't near battle at all. Yep, it looks like they must have reached Azgrul Migdal before the top knots did, so they've been destroyed. They do have an army there, Karak Azul. But they must have done some damage, and they're gone, so I don't have to worry about them coming after me or anything, like I said. So, suicide mission for the win. Over here, we're still starving them out. Not long left. We might even just let the turns run out, and we'll take it when they surrender. See how bored I get waiting for it. In fact, I probably don't even need my War there anymore, because that army's pretty much got it covered. So let's set them on the war target for Karak Azgal. And we'll set Grimgor over there as well. And we can prepare to attack them. They've got quite a garrison there. 16 units. So for one army, that might be quite a job, considering it's a siege as well. They're going to have towers and such. We'll see. Maybe I'll just take one army and, like I said, give them a good send-off. Give them a good chance to maybe even beat us. If they beat us, maybe I'll let them live and make them a vassal. Who knows? Maybe I'll be feeling generous. I think Grimgor will be able to handle it though. I think the numbers and the Black Orcs. I've got 4 units of Black Orcs in there and some 2 units of Trolls. Great for dealing with Dwarves. So I think Grimgor will be okay with that by himself. So for now, I'm going to go besiege this. And I'm going to do it properly. So I'm going to take lots of towers because it's going to be a close one. I'm not going to bring my War. I'm not going to get them involved. I'm not going to wait for them. I'm just going to build all this and then go after them. Hopefully by the time this battle comes to play out, all the other places will be gone and this will be their last place, and it can be an epic finish for Karak Azul. Or an epic death, I should say. Either way, it's all gravy. Not a lot else to do down there now. We've pretty much got it all under control. Oh, what I am going to do is build a Goblin Watchtower at Karak Azul, just in case that rebel army goes past Squighorn. They might ignore Squighorn and keep going south, and they'll go for Karak Azul, which will be very undefended. So if we can build a Goblin Watchtower, it will be a lot safer. I'm not completely sure they're going down there. I can't see them at the moment, but I'm going to assume that they are making their way down, and I'm going to prepare for it. And the Chaos Warriors are edging ever closer towards Blackfire Pass, where they are going to be very near our lands. So it seems the threat from the north is upon us. And with an imminent Chaos invasion, it's about time to call on Azag the Slaughterer. So we've got our second legendary lord. I'm going to build him a freaking ridiculous army. I'm going to give him tons of Black Orcs. I'm going to give him all the best units. And we're going to make this guy have a really dangerous army, because I think we're going to need it to deal with the Chaos Warriors. And the Chaos Warriors have a nice mix of unarmoured and armoured troops, so we don't purely need armour piercing like we do for the Dwarves. We'll build this army up, and we'll prepare for war.